Hello, welcome back to my art studio. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Caro. I am a visual artist from Peru based in upstate New York, and I paint mandalic paintings about plants and mushrooms. And today I'm sharing a little bit of coming back to my studio after August, which was quite the busy month. Last week I returned from hosting a art and wellness retreat here in the woods of upstate New York alongside my friend Roxy. We co-created this retreat, and before that I went to New York City twice in the month, and I've just been a little bit all over the place, sharing a lot of classes and watercolors and doing all the things. I'm just so happy to be back in my studio. It's been 1 week since I came back from the retreat, and I am not sharing any more in-person watercolor classes this year because I truly want to be in the studio and slow down and paint my paintings, come back to this painting, which is about the Peruvian fruit, and start a painting that I've had in my mind for almost a year, and come back to the painting about the eukaryotic beings and just slow down. If you've been here for a minute, you might laugh because I'm always talking about slowing down, and I think it's so important to chat about these things, especially when a lot of times in the online world we just see people that are doing all the things and, you know, coming up with new stuff all the time. And sometimes I feel I'm like that because I'm so excited to create all the things, especially in summer. Summer activates me, but I also wanted to share how it does take me a time after a busy month to slow down. Pretty much this last week I've been all about staying late in bed, going to sleep with my phone off, and putting no alarms for the next day when I don't have anything to do. So anyways, thank you for being here and welcome to a new vlog. This September, I finally got back to work on my Peruvian fruits painting. I did all the black ink drawing that goes on top of my watercolor paintings. This is probably my favorite part of the process, as I feel once I add dots and eyes everywhere, that is the spice, the ingredient that gives the painting its aliveness. I love painting and drawing with the sun on my face, with my watering pens, and the kitties keeping me company and sleeping on top of my painting while I work. I have truly made the best of these last few days when the sun still sets around 7 p.m. I will miss summer a lot, as it is my favorite season. But as I'm starting to slow down, I am excited to see the natural world around me start slowing down as well. We all need that time to go within and rest.
One concrete example of keeping a clean slate. The final stage is to deck a certain instrument in the intro to make space for another event. A common practice is to make those changes, tick each item off the checklist.
Before we continue with today's vlog, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. With Squarespace, you can create a beautiful design website or online store that showcases your brand and engages customers. With easy online payments and built-in tools for inventory, shipping, fulfillment, and so much more, you can simplify your workflow and give customers a seamless shopping experience. Squarespace and I are partnering up to offer you a 2-week free trial, and once you're ready to launch, you can use the code Caro Arevalo to get 10% of your first purchase of a website or domain with them. On these last few days of late summer, I made an effort to go out and visit as many farms as I could. I got to spend time with the marigolds and the straw flowers, those who bloom at the end of summer and help us say goodbye to it, with their long stems, their warm, beautiful colors, and their softness dancing in the wind. Dear summer, I love you. Thank you for showing me the beauty in the bloom, the taste of your fruits, the beauty of your flowers, the freshness of your waters, and the mystery of all life on earth. After finishing all the black ink drawing details, I brought my painting back to my easel and started working on adding 4 microscopic looks. These paintings are based on some photographs I took under the microscope back in Peru in 2022. I am painting a microscopic look of the rocoto seeds, the tumbo sprig, prickly pear, and awaimanto skins. After these microscopic looks, I will be adding some floating plant dissections from these 13 Peruvian fruits, and then this painting will be finally finished. Coming back to painting after a month of not doing so sometimes feels challenging. In order to feel comfortable in the creative practice, I have listened to the audiobook of The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. I read this book a couple of years ago and I have loved listening to it while painting. I love to hear other creative folks talk about their creative process and their ideas about creativity and inspiration, as I feel sometimes they unlock something in me and remind me the goodness and simplicity of being in flow. Even though this is footage from August, I didn't want to miss the opportunity to share it with you. In August, I shared my last in-person meditation and watercolor class of the year at the Alchemist Kitchen in Soho in New York City. We learned basic watercolor techniques and painted cosmos flowers. Thank you for tuning into this video. As always, I post a new video every other week. I hope you are doing well, and once again, thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Bye!